If you've noticed that getting up from a chair takes a little more effort than it did a few years ago, or you find yourself steadying a hand on the counter when you turn too quickly, I want you to keep listening, because those small moments aren't just getting older. They're often your body quietly asking for more leg strength. And the good news is you can rebuild a surprising amount of it without a gym, without getting down on the floor, and without turning your life upside down. In my experience, the seniors who stay independent the longest aren't the ones who never ache or never get tired. They're the ones who protect their legs, because strong legs are what keep you confident on stairs, stable on uneven sidewalks, and steady when you step off a curb or catch yourself after a slip. After 60, we naturally lose muscle if we don't give it a reason to stay, and that gradual loss can show up as slower standing, smaller steps, and a bit more hesitation, especially in the morning or when you've been sitting a while. Walking is excellent for your heart and mood, but for many people, it doesn't challenge the muscles enough to maintain strength year after year. Your muscles need gentle resistance and control, and one of the simplest, safest ways to do that at home is with chair-based movements. Choose a sturdy, firm chair that doesn't roll or swivel. Sit tall with your feet flat, and think smooth and steady, not fast. The first exercise is seated knee straightening. Sit upright, tighten the front of your thigh, and slowly straighten one leg until it's comfortably straight. Pause briefly, then lower it back down slowly. That slow lowering matters because it trains control, exactly what you use when you sit down without dropping, step down off a stair, or lower into a car seat. Do a handful on each side, aiming for a steady pace you can keep without swinging the leg. The second exercise is seated heel raises. Keep the balls of your feet on the floor and lift your heels up. Pause and lower slowly. Your calves are your balance helpers. They steady the ankle and help you recover when you wobble. Strong calves also support a smoother, more confident walking stride, especially on slopes or when you're carrying shopping bags. The third exercise is seated marching. Sit tall without leaning back, lift one knee a few inches, lower it with control, then switch. This strengthens the hip muscles that help you clear your feet while walking, which can reduce that subtle shuffling that sometimes creeps in with age. If you do nothing else, this one alone helps many people feel lighter on their feet. The fourth exercise is controlled almost standing. Sit near the edge of the chair with your feet under your knees, lean forward slightly, nose over toes, and rise just a few inches, then slowly lower back down over 3 or 4 seconds. This trains the exact pattern that protects you in real life: standing from a chair, getting up from the loo, rising from the sofa, and sitting down safely without a hard drop. Many falls happen during transitions like these, so practicing them in a controlled way is genuinely practical. Use your hands lightly on the chair arms if needed, but try not to haul yourself up with your arms. Let the legs do the work. The fifth exercise is seated leg press hold, and it's often the most overlooked. Sit tall, plant both feet firmly, and press down into the floor as if you're about to stand, but don't stand. Hold that steady push for 5 to 10 seconds while breathing normally, then relax. This builds reaction strength, the kind your body uses when you catch yourself from tipping or when you need a quick burst of steadiness. Now, here's how to make this routine actually stick. Keep it short and consistent. Pick 2 or 3 days a week to start and do a small number of repeats, enough that you feel your muscles working, but not so much that you dread it. If you want a simple target, do each movement for about 8 to 12 controlled repetitions and do the pressing hold 2 or 3 times. You should feel warmth and effort in the thighs, hips, and calves, but you should still be able to talk. and pay attention to the quality of the movement. Slow lowering, steady breathing, tall posture. Those details matter more than doing a huge number. Tie it to something you already do, after your morning tea, while the kettle boils, during the evening news, so it becomes part of your normal day instead of a special project you have to psych yourself up for. Over a few weeks, most people notice very real changes. Standing feels smoother, stairs feel less daunting, balance feels calmer, and everyday tasks take less out of you. That's not about chasing youth, it's about keeping your freedom. If you're starting from a place where you feel a bit behind, don't worry, you're not late and you're not broken. The body responds remarkably well to the right kind of practice, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Start small, stay steady, and let your legs remind you what they still know how to do.